The shadow beasts are actually terrifying to 99% of the verse and would destroy most Nen users. In fact, I'd say that some of the shadow beasts are low end relative to Uvogin, and I'm going to prove it. First off, before getting into the actual scaling, I want to say that there's no evidence that Uvo was screwing around or was holding back against the shadow beast. Uvogin immediately went for the full-on punch to hit Porcupine the second he got in close, and immediately used Big Bang Impact on Worm. That's clearly Uvo either going all out or going close to it. But anyway, the first shadow beast I want to talk about is Rabid Dog, who actually has some insane feats. His teeth were able to slash through Uvogin's skin, which means that he can do more damage than an RPG made to destroy tanks. Rabid Dog was also able to get to Uvo and cut him with his teeth, which is a decent speed feat. While Uvo was off guard due to Porcupine, if Rabid Dog is a blitz tier below him, he would have gotten one shot easily. Rabid Dog was also able to put up his hand to block the spit from Uvo, showing again that while Rabid Dog is slower than Uvo, he isn't getting blitzed. However, Rabid Dog's durability is kinda trash. Even with his hand blocking the piece of skull that Uvogin spat out, it still killed him. So overall, good strength, speed, and bad durability. Next up we have Porcupine, who's entirely featless when it comes to stats. His best speed feat is moving at a similar pace to the rest of the shadow beasts, but travel speed doesn't equal combat speed, so it's contentious at best. His strength is entirely unscalable, but finally, his durability is insane due to his Nen ability, essentially protecting him from any physical attacks. For the third member, we have Leech, who, like Porcupine, has no feats. His durability is clearly below Uvo's strength, and his speed and strength are also featless. His build also doesn't seem to imply that he's particularly strong, so yeah, he's just kinda there. Now we finally get back into the members with actual feats, being Worm. Worm's strength isn't as high as Rabid Dog's, considering that he hurts his own hand when punching Uvo. However, it's also clear that Worm's strength isn't too far below Uvo, considering that he could hold Uvo down. Now durability is really where Worm shines. He was able to survive a full-on hit from Uvogin, putting him far above Rabid Dog when it comes to durability. Worm's burrowing speed is also quite high. Worm was able to move so fast that he only lost his arm when Uvogin had already begun throwing his punch. This means that Worm's burrowing speed is higher than or relative to Uvo's punches. Finally, a point that I want to discuss for Worm specifically is his insane endurance. Worm is able to survive part of his face getting caved in, and in the manga, he even loses his eyeball, and then proceeds to grab Uvogin with his damaged hand and hold him down. After that, Worm survived losing part of his arm during the Big Bang Impact, and still manages to warn the rest of the Shadow Beasts of the fandom troupe. This is some absolutely amazing endurance. So overall, Worm has okay strength, great durability, and insane endurance. Finally, the only other member to have actual feats is Owl. Owl has no strength or durability feats to speak of, and his best speed feat is being able to catch Nobunaga, but that's only because Nobunaga was in a bad spot and he literally snuck the troupe. So Owl has unscalable strength and durability with speed that is somewhere below mid-tier members of the troupe, but not a blitz tier below. The rest of the Shadow Beasts are practically featless, but we do know that Phaeton could kill all three of them while Shizuku could take 2, and both of them took 0 damage. So it's likely that the ones we saw in action were actually on the stronger side of the Shadow Beast. As you can see, the Shadow Beasts are actually kinda crazy. Worm is relative in speed to Uvo and has durability enough to survive his punch. Rabid Dog has teeth sharp enough to kill most Nen users, plus low end relative speed to Uvo, and Owl has stats low end relative to the low to mid tiers of the troupe. Those are some actually insane feats, and I'd honestly argue that the Shadow Beasts are on the same level as low to mid tier members of the fandom troupe. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and if you disagree, please leave a comment below and I'll be happy to discuss. But with that out of the way, I hope you have a wonderful day.